Okay, I was asked to do one problem from day 30, number 9, and two problems from day 31. That's 41 and 43. I think I'll just do 41. 43 is very, very similar, and let you try that. But first, we're going to do number 9 from day 30. And it was basically just plotting the polar coordinates, or matching them up with a graph. So we were supposed to graph negative 3 pi over 4. So this is r and this is theta. So all we got to do is come up with the correct plot for this. So this is a negative angle, and I'm going to be coming around here, negative 3 pi over 4. So that has a reference angle of pi over 4. And of course, this would be negative 4 pi over 4, because that's just negative pi. So come back one, and this is going to be negative 3 pi over 4. All right, but now we have the r in the negative direction, so we have to come back this way. So this is pi over 4 here. And we're just going to come back 3 units, and there would be the plot for that point, and that would be A choice. And that's all there is to number 9. Okay, number 43. I said this is 43. That's not 43. That's going to be 41. We have a rectangular coordinate, so this is an x and this is a y. And we're going to go from rectangular to polar. And you must remember, whenever you go to rectangular to polar, you must draw the picture. And the only reason we do that is to know exactly what quadrant this is in. So negative 2, positive 2, we're up here in the second quadrant. Because when we find theta, because theta is equal to the inverse tan of y over x, there's going to be 2 possible values for that between 0 and 2 pi. And let's put the x and y in here, and we're going to find the inverse tangent of, that's going to be 2 over negative 2, or the inverse tangent of negative 1. Well, the tangent's negative in quadrant 2 and quadrant 4. So we know we're not in quadrant 4. We're over here. This is the one we want in quadrant 2. We're not playing tic-tac-toe here. So we need to figure out now what theta is. Well, the inverse tangent, that's going to give me a reference angle of pi over 4, because that's a 45. And that's 1 short of 4 pi over 4. So theta here is equal to 3 pi over 4. I think that's going to be the harder part of the problem. Now we just got to find r. R is equal to the square root of x squared plus y squared. So we're going to go ahead and put these in here. So it's going to be negative 2 squared plus 2 squared. They're both 4, so we're looking at the square root of 8. So r is equal to 2 root 2. So the polar coordinate, r theta, is going to be 2 root 2, 3 pi over 4. And that is how you take a rectangular coordinate to a polar coordinate. I hope it helps. And any more questions, please continue to ask.